afternoon, everyone. Hope this finds you well today. It's a very, very gorgeous day here in Atlanta, and I hope that you are also experiencing the same. What a day, what a time to be here. I invite you into the room. Come on in, come on in. Today we are really looking forward to sharing with you. Just because we have this time together, and I am so excited that we get an opportunity to share with each other on this weekly basis for our midweek meditation. How are you doing? I mean, really, how are you doing? You having a good day? I hope you are. So, today let's just stop for a moment. I just want you to smile as if you're in my presence and I can see you waving, or we can greet each other. We do in our services many times. We pass the peace, and I just want to pass the peace to you today because it can be a great peaceful day for you. I'm going to expect that for you today. It's going to be a peaceful day for you. I know work is busy. We have a lot on our plates. Notice I said plates, not just one plate. We are committed to so many things. So you owe it to yourself right now to just pause. Can we do that together? Let's breathe. Let's do it again. Ready? Two more. And last one. Today on my mind for meditation is about change. As you can see on your image there, we have an empty desk. And that's my hope for you today, that following this meditation, that you will get up from your desk or wherever you are, and you will go to another place. We're going to call it a distant place, even if it means just going next door, down the hall, outside, in the backyard if you're working from home, taking a small, short walk in your neighborhood, something to get away from all that you are doing. You have to do it. You really do have to do it. But change today. Let's go ahead to that next slide, Liz. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we can escape to this place right here? You see the little park bench in the middle? Just have a seat right there next to the waterfall. Liz mentioned Lowell Water Park earlier today when we were looking at our images. You might have a park near you that you could go on a short retreat to. But let's dive in real quick. Let's stay here for a minute. We want to think about change, because change is the way you look at things. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's from Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you don't like something, change it. If you change it, change your attitude. I'm sorry, let's say that again. I didn't say that right. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. That's Maya Angelou. It's important to think good, speak good, and do good. If we want to see positive change in the world, then we need to connect to goodness. Sherry Harrison. In this last quote, the great thing in this world is not so much where you stand as in what direction you are moving. Read it again, Mari. The great thing in this world is not so much where you stand as in what direction you are moving, is more important. I did say one last one, right? Okay, here it is. We have a duty to show up in the world with meaning and purpose and commitment to doing good, and to use any privilege that we have to make positive change and to disrupt oppressive systems. And that's from Mina Harris. I don't know about you, but things as we know it have changed. Yeah, right? So apparent in every day, all the news that you're hearing. But we're going to do something here today. Things that used to work don't seem to be working anymore. This could also mean connections, titles, things that we were familiar with. Things, relationships that were vibrant no longer have the same meaning. The ground beneath you seems to be changing constantly. The reference point that we all know is shifting. We've never been in this place before. You ask, what is happening? We are all entering into transition. This could be unfamiliar territory. Your answers for what was is no longer adequate. You're having to seek new approaches to everything. Think about things differently. The testing of our faith is being refined. Comfort is shifting. Be a part of that shift today. I invite you to this. We're going to change our perspective. You're going to have to seek new approaches today. You're going to have to find your own place of comfort. You're going to have to take a walk with me today, okay? Let's go walking. Find, as you see on this image, find a bench next to a lake. Go to a different area in your building where there is beauty. Just anything different. Just to do something out of the ordinary. If you decided to walk into the building or take this elevator, take another one. Take a new direction. I think we can do that. One of the things that happened in Scripture was whenever Jesus would pray, he would always, not always, but there were many times we find that he would get away from the crowd. This is an unmistakable pattern of retreat and re-entry that is part of the ongoing dynamic of our lives. There is what we call retreat and re-entry. Let's go to the next slide, Liz. I just so enjoy your presence. Although I can't see you, can't touch you, it's something about the energy I feel when we do this. It's almost as if you're in the room with me. Here's another bench that I invite you. And these are all suggestions. And you know, I was even thinking today, but we have to be careful because sometimes when we ask people to send us files, we don't know what we're getting. But if you want to take a picture and somehow send it to us so we can see where are you going for your peace and your comfort today? You create that place of peace and comfort for yourself. You may not know how to do that, but go into a place. It might even be considered desolate, but you make it vibrant again. Not just once, but regularly. Withdraw to that place where you can be alone and where you can pray, where you can reflect and meditate. Sometimes we even go into the mountains, into nature walks, where we can be alone, to retreat for re-entry. Because you'll have to return at some point. I have prayed that you and your faith may not fail. This was one of the prayers in John 17. in their hearing. Then they went out from that upper room and saw and prayed over and over again in the garden. Find a garden to retreat to so you can pray, so you can be alone, so you can breathe, so you can press the reset button so that you can re-enter. Always pray, always meditate, always reflect, and don't lose heart. Hear me today, my friends. Do not lose heart. Find rest throughout your day. Come away by yourselves to a place and rest a while. For many were coming and going, and they had no leisure even to eat, and they went away in the boat to a desolate place by themselves. That was just a piece of scripture that I was reading. Come away from the things that seem to be troubling you, or if you need to hear, you have to steal away so you can listen into less distracting places. We don't retreat from life's busyness and bustle as an end in itself to sit quietly in a space alone, but it's not an achievement, but an instrument, an opportunity to open up our lives and souls to those for whom we were made, or to whom we were made, to know and to enjoy presence. In my tradition, I would say in God's presence. And that's where the fullness of joy, we're about to go home. Before we leave you today, I'll offer you today and suggest that you go out, find a space to retreat before you re-enter. Find a place to retreat so that you can enter anew. Turn from the one to go to the other in the stillness. Be at peace today, my friends. I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad that you are joining us today. And as we get ready to leave you in this last moment, think of something good, something that is blessing you this day, something that you can meditate on, a perspective that has changed, an idea that you decided to meditate upon or to ponder, because life is really good and we will continue to dwell in it. You be good to yourself, be good to others, and remember, practice self-care. We'll see you again on the other side. You guys take care. Love you much. You can also reach me at malams@emory.edu. Let us know how you're doing. Thank you.